So I guess we're live. Hi, everyone. Another Sunday night. Another week gone by. Another day. Another dollar. So how's everyone going tonight? I've had an interesting week. Real interesting. One that I'll never forget. And I want to tell you a little bit about it. In a little bit. So, tonight I've, for the first time here, I'm going to have a special guest on the show. I'm going to bring him on for a few minutes. I've been getting to know him over the last few days. Real nice fella. He's a little temperamental, a bit of a diva. So we're going to see how that goes. But I'm going to introduce him pretty shortly. Originally, this week when I scheduled the show, I was going to do some Canadian songs and, just some songs from Canadian artists. And that was my intention. And I still am going to do a few Canadian songs, but the show changed a little bit just because the week changed a little bit and life changed a lot. So, but to get this all going, I'll just play a song. I always... just to get the cobwebs out, play a song. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my week, and I'm going to introduce you to someone that's he's becoming very, very special to me. So, so Atlantis Morissette is an artist that I don't cover, but tonight I'm going to do a song from her. I tend to play these songs sometimes, just, go Google certain songs, and I play them, and just for the fun of it, and then I'll have my girlfriend say, hey, I love that song, do that song. And so that's why I choose some of the songs that I do. But, this is played my way and my own style. But, Atlantis Morissette, I think most of you have heard of her. Super talented songwriter, singer, incredible singer, actress. And she's been... since a kid, I believe she's been singing songs. So this is one of her tunes, and then I'm going to introduce you to the special guest tonight. So we ready? Ready for a song? This is called "One Hand in My Pocket." I'm gonna try it. Well, I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy, yeah. I'm high, but I'm grounded. I'm sane, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm lost, but I'm hopeful, baby. And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's giving a high five. Well, I feel drunk, but I'm sober. I'm young, but I'm overpaid. I'm tired, but I'm working, yeah. I care, but I'm restless. I'm here, but I'm really gone. I'm wrong and I'm sorry, baby. What it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be quite alright. Ooh, I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's flicking a cigarette. And what it all comes down to is that I haven't got it all figured out just yet. I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's giving a peace sign. Yeah, I'm free, but I'm focused. I'm green, but I'm wise. I'm hard, but I'm friendly, baby. I'm sad, but I'm laughing. I'm brave, but I'm chicken shit. I'm sick, but I'm pretty, baby. What it all boils down to is that I haven't got it all figured out just yet. I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's playing the piano. What it all comes down to, my friends, is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's hailing a taxi cab. Ooh. Yeah, Atlantis Morissette, hand in my pocket. For those who like Atlantis Morissette, she did an interview on the Howard Stern show, and it's a really, really good version of that song. She changed it up a lot, but really, really good version. So, yeah, thanks for everyone again to who are coming in. Some of you may be here to listen to me play a song, but some of you might be here to meet my special guest. So, yeah, why not? I'm just going to take 2 minutes. I'm going to put down my guitar, and I just want to tell you about something. So, yeah, so this week, on Wednesday at about 11:45, my life changed, forever, and in every good way possible. Where little Dylan, my son, was born in Cornwall, and so I kept it pretty quiet. I kept it really quiet, and for, I don't even know why I kept it so quiet, but I had a really good friend of mine who said to me not long ago, and she said, Bobby, you can't hide a baby. So yeah, and so I did tell people about it, tell my friends, tell my family, and before, I'm just going to bring them on for a quick second, just for you to get a peek. On Wednesday at about 5:30, we went to into the hospital as my girlfriend April was obviously going into labor, and so we went to the hospital, and we were there 3-4 hours, and finally the doctor said, well, she's going to have the baby at some point today. So I went downstairs, I got a few things out of the car, and I came back up, and they said, well, you better hurry up and run into the room because you're going to miss it. And so it all happened pretty quick, but we almost lost the baby, Dylan, in giving birth. It was a big boy, 9 pounds, and it got stuck on the way out. And those minutes were like hours or days, or it was infinite or eternity, as we kept getting more nurses and doctors to come in and try and help us out and get this kid unstuck. And it was the most, how precious life is, how very, very precious. And it is, and we should always remember it, but at that moment I just realized how precious it was, and with every millimeter, as I was staring into April's eyes, and as she was doing everything she could, there was a connection there that, that I'm never going to forget, the connection of all of this work, all this time, that this effort, and that April had put into giving everything to deliver this healthy baby, and it gets stuck, and it's almost over. So, but it turned out very, very good. It took a few minutes once we finally got that bugger out of there, and we got it out, and there was 2 minutes of them trying to revive and get this baby going, and finally we heard the sound. And I think April would tell you, and I will tell you, that was the sound. That's the most beautiful sound I'd ever heard. And when the nurses said, "You want to come and see your baby?" It was special beyond words. And so yeah, that's it. That's April and I's week. We had a a trying, long week, but in that struggle comes one of the most beautiful things that I've ever experienced. And April says she'll go over it in her mind that whole time, and she'll say it's not the negative of what was, it was the end result. How thankful that we were to deliver a totally healthy baby. What's the baby doing? Let's get Dylan here. Yeah. So I'm going to just move the mics, and I'm going to just for a minute gonna show you. So it's Dylan Sylvania Parra. He's about what, 4 days old? Yeah, he's 4 days old, or 5. He was born on Wednesday. Anyways, he's coming. He's making his way, and right now he's a little groggy. He looks a little groggy, but we'll get him. His head's a little floppy, so it's hard to really show him well into the camera. But I think he's made for TV, and so here he comes. Here comes the little Dylan. Yeah, come. I'm gonna go get him because April doesn't want to bring him. Just 1 second. So here we are. This is my little buddy. He's a little fella. He was a big fella. He was like over 9 pounds. But yeah, why don't you coo into the camera? So he does an impression. I wanted to do this. He does an impression, and this is his Premier Dougie Ford impression, and that's his Doug Ford impression here. So that's it. I'm going to put this is the temperamental side of him. He's a diva, you know. He goes up and down a little bit, but he's been eating really well and starting to sleep well. April's doing most of the work on this. What's wrong? See, there's the temperamental side. My guess he's getting hungry. So that's it. I'm not going to keep him here. But yeah, this is him. This is my little buddy. And I love him so. And he's coming around after a hard go. But he went from 0 to 60 real quick. And April's telling me that I got to hold him right. So there he is. Good first appearance there, Dylan. Right? So I think it's best that I hand him over to that's his famous get going into a real good cry. You could really hear him. I won't torture you guys with that, but there he is, everyone. I just wanted you to meet my son and newest addition here at 4 days old. I'm pretty proud. And there, I think he just fell asleep. So like I said, he goes up and down a little bit, you know, because he does cry and then just falls asleep like an old man. So you got anything to say, Dylan? Yeah, he's sleeping now. So that's it. That was one of my big announcements. I got another one coming up. Not as exciting as this, but exciting. A little bit more on the professional side of things and than the existential side of things. But that's it. This can change your life in a hurry, but in every good way. You know, just he brought a smile to our faces, and we're quite happy, and we're quite proud, and super grateful and thankful that everything turned out to be good. And within 24 hours, they had let him go. He had a clean bill of health, and here he is, little sleepy. All right, so Dylan, here I'm just going to play a few more songs to end this off because I know this was the highlight for a lot of people, but I'm going to hand him over in good hands to Mama. So we'll get him back to Mama. Say bye. Yeah. That was it. That was my big surprise. So we're all a little more tired than usual in the house. But we got some help. We got some help coming in today, which is awesome. And I can tell you that 95% of the work has been done by April. But I try to support and do what I can, but the baby's definitely favoring April right now. out of the parents, definitely seems to have more of a connection with her, but I have a connection with him, infinite and eternal, and I just love him to death. So, having said all of that, now we'll drop down and we'll just play a few more songs. I only got energy for maybe a couple of songs, so if you're staying with us, awesome. And if you got other things to do, well, that's just great. I wish everyone peace and love, prosperity, and all of that. One day at a time, one breath at a time. We get by, we go, and yeah, I'll play another song. This song I heard all my life. Another Canadian artist, still alive, Gordon Lightfoot. And I have no particular reason for choosing anything. It just, it's, someone might mention this artist or that artist, and I play it. This song I played. People in my family played it all my life. I've heard it by better musicians than me too. But apparently I don't remember it so much. But apparently my dad used to play it a little bit. And this is Early Morning Rain. This, if you know Gordon Lightfoot, this song kind of got him, to the next level. I think it was covered by Peter, Paul, and Mary, and that sort of catapulted Lightfoot into the scene. So here we go, Early Morning Rain. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand, I'm a long ways from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go, but I'm stuck here in the grass where the cold wind blows. Now the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. There she goes, my friend, she's rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver wing on high. She's away and westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down, it's no earthly good to me. 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, as cold and drunk as I can be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. Ooh. Did I introduce you to my son Dylan? Oh. Yeah, so I'm going to finish this up with one more song. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. As usual, thanks for coming, and you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube. There is a few things coming down the pipeline, as they say, or down the pipe, through the pipe, something in the pipe. And but there's some other things going on in our life that are good. I'm just super grateful to be where I am on Wednesday, to see my son and to have April in my life, and I got super lucky meeting a lot of very generous people and very kind to me that helped me. They picked me up off the ground, and they brought me around. They showed me a new way, a new vision in life, and just super grateful for everything. And to just have that moment on Wednesday, to hear that little ha 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 sound on the table, like wow. Very grateful. So I try not to say so many ums tonight. I notice I say a lot of ums, but and you knows. So I'm going to finish this off with, if I'm going to do some Canadian music, I did Atlantis Morissette and a Gordon Lightfoot song, and there's been a lot of great Canadian artists. You can't do, I don't think you can do, a sort of Canadiana theme without doing something from the Tragically Hip. Canada's band, Gord Downey, superb writer, unfortunately succumbed to cancer, brain cancer. I got to meet them when I was young, actually. He wrote a song, Gord Downey did, and the Tragically Hip recorded a song called Wheat Kings. And Wheat Kings, if anyone knows that song, was about David Milgaard, who was wrongly convicted of murder in Saskatoon, I believe, of rape and murder, and got released in sometime in the 90s. Spent a lot of time in prison for something he didn't do. And this song is, Downey wrote this song about those events, about that. So I'll finish this off with, Wheat Kings by the Tragically Hip. Sundown in the Paris of the prairies, Wheat Kings have all their treasures buried, and all you hear are the rusty breezes pushing round the weather vane Jesus. Zippo lighter sees the killer's face. Maybe it's someone standing in the killer's place. 20 years for nothing, well, that's nothing new. No one's interested in something you didn't do. We came pretty things. Let's just see what tomorrow brings. There's a dream he dreams where the high school's dead and stark. It's a museum and we're all locked up in it after dark. The walls are lined all yellow, gray, and sinister, hung with pictures of a parent's prime minister. Wheat kings, pretty things. Wait and see, oh, what tomorrow brings. Late breaking story on the CBC. Nation whispers, we always knew that he'd go free. The yet you can't be fond of living in the past, 'cause if you are, then there's no way you're gonna last. Wheat kings and pretty things. Let's just see what tomorrow brings. Wheat kings and pretty things. That's what tomorrow brings. Ba-ba-doom, bow-bow. All right, yeah, tragically hip. Tragic story. Story is that even Milgard's mother had met the hip or knew Downey. Thanked him for writing that song. Downey wrote about a lot of Canadian things, a lot of Canadiana stuff. Before he died, was heavily involved with native rights, and he was a good man. So yeah, that's it. So that's it for tonight for this Sunday night. So thanks for coming along, and thanks for all those who got to take a little peek at the little fella, little Dylan. And I'm going to bring him on every once in a while. I think he's getting less camera shy. I'm going to have a chat with him right after this. And so we'll be coming back at you, and I just, just grateful to share my life. That's pretty darn good right now, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And just one last shout out to April, who I love, and for delivering that child and for doing all the work and the hard work. And wow, a mama's job is a tough one. So for all you mothers out there, yeah, thanks a lot. All right. So let me plug one more time. YouTube, Bobby Para Music, Instagram, Facebook, and we'll be coming back at you real soon. Soon we're coming up with some news too. And that's it. I want you to have a great week. I want you to enjoy the things that you can. Take it one breath at a time. And we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot for coming. Peace and love.